Good morning, Doobie, Kyle. No time to waste. Let's get to the stock price. And I have even less time to waste if I remember to share my screen, or even open up the page. Hey everyone, welcome to the Disney Morning Show, the show in which we catch you up on what's going on in the world of Disney. It's been a busy morning, so we're going to get started really quickly once Doobie figured out what he's doing. The stock price yesterday, right about this time, was not yesterday. We didn't do a show yesterday. 2 days ago, right about this time, was 108.80. Let's see how it is right now. It is at stage 107.14. Not too big of a difference. Let's move on.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. Lost in a dream. I don't know which way to go. If you are all that you seem, then baby, I'm moving way too slow. I've been a fool before. Wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Straight up now tell me. Do you really want to love me forever, oh? Or am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now tell me. Is it gonna be you and me together, oh? Or are you just having fun? Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be on the chilly side today, reaching a high of 56 degrees before showers move in come afternoon. Rain chances will diminish in the evening when temps will be just below 50. Walt Disney World will be sunny today but relatively cool with a high of just 67. That might make this the Kyle pick of the day for the first time ever. Castaway Cay is 70 now but will fall a couple of degrees in the coming hours and it will once again be windy. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will also be windy today but is significantly warmer at 77 degrees. Disneyland Paris is clear tonight while temps are dropping from the low 60s to the upper 40s by Park Close. Tokyo will start tomorrow with cloudy skies but the sun will slowly break through as the day goes on. Still, it will barely crack 50. In contrast, although Shanghai will also see a high of 50 tomorrow, they'll remain overcast all day. Finally, Hong Kong will see showers overnight but those will clear in the early morning, leaving a cloudy day that tops out at just 57 degrees. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye.
StreamYard needs a 2x thing for Ethan. Anyway, we have breaking news. The Disney Parks blog just dropped a big article about Disneyland 70th. So we're going to go through some of the highlights as I was able to catch them in the few minutes I had to read it before we did the show. First of all, we got some World of Color details, which Tony will be excited about because he just wrote a whole article speculating about what the single piece of concept art could mean. Boyz II Men will lend their legendary R&B vocals in a rendition of Rainbow Connection, which means the Muppets are a part of this, which will excite people. And then Fitz and the Tantrums will debut in a new original song just for World of Color, and it's called Makes Me Wanna Move.
Any guesses as to how that's going to go? Do you want to sing a few bars? Just speculation.
Gonna make me wanna move. I don't know. Makes me wanna move.
All right, let's see if that's right.
Okay. Speaking of theme songs, we're also getting a new theme song called Celebrate Happy that we'll hear throughout the celebration. Ride changes. This is, I think, the most interesting part. Miguel and Dante will be coming to It's a Small World on April 25th when that ride reopens. They have some concept art. Sorry, I know it's a huge article. I apologize.
That's right, I got there. I read it.
Yeah, being added to that section of It's a Small World. And then, this is probably going to be disappointing, but finally they are updating Toy Story Midway Mania. I've been harping on this for so many years. They might just be holding 7th anniversary targets. We'll see if this is actually a big change or not, but I'm glad they're doing something.
They did not oversell this. They said, look for nods to the 70th anniversary. So they are not overselling what they are bringing to this attraction. Keep those expectations in check, I believe.
And I'm guessing that happens in May. They didn't specify otherwise, but I'm guessing it starts when the 70th starts. Unlike Miguel and Dante will come a little bit early because it'll be April 25th. Yep. A new cavalcade, which I did not write down the name of, but it probably has the word happy in there somewhere.
Celebrate Happy Cavalcade.
There you go. Notable here, Shelley, May, and Duffy will be returning to the domestic parks in this cavalcade.
You actually got a good look at them in this concept art. I'm going to share this part of the screen here, and you can see
it's also our thumbnail today.
Looks like Max and Goofy are in there, Chip and Dale, everyone in their 70th costumes, and lots of bright, flashy costumes just for the regular cast members as well. This is definitely got to bring some 70th to Main Street.
And yeah, I'm sure that there's some other details in there. We know about Paint the Night returning, Wondrous Journey's returning, the Pixar parade, forgot what it's called. Better Together coming back.
Yes.
We know all that. But there's a new ticket offer coming. Multi-day theme park tickets for as low as 120 per day with a special 3-day, one park per day ticket for a total price of $360. Or guests may save even more, as low as $100 per day, with a special 4-day, one park per day ticket at $400. And these will go on sale March 11th. So keep an eye out for that. I'm sure that there are exclusions and things you need to know about, but I did not write them down here.
Can you believe with that offer, you could actually go to Disneyland for only $100?
Yes, 4 times.
Just a reminder, Mouse Fan Travel, if you are excited about Disneyland 70th and want to visit, they'll take care of you. If you're staying at any of the Disney hotels, or even if you're staying at one of the Good Neighbor hotels, they can help you out and help you see if those ticket offers are the right thing for you, etc., etc. Mouse Fan Travel for all your Disney travel needs.
I'm trying to find my banner, and I don't know where
Mouse
it
Fan
is.
Travel for all your Disney travel needs. There you go, mousefantravel.com. If you don't put the /laughing place, you'll still get there. We love if you do put the /laughing place, but they'll ask how you heard about us, how you heard about them.
Not
So
too
just make sure to
fast,
let them know.
not too hard, not too soft. Nikki.
Whew, quick hellos. We had the breaking news, didn't get to say hellos. Freddie Ramirez, thank you for the welcome back. Nice to see you, Nikki B, as always. JPP, Another Day in Paradise. I hope that's a reference to my favorite TV show. And hello, Mikey Cortez. And also, what is up with 6 of these? Ethan Hudson.
I mean,
is that a typo?
sometimes
To go behind the curtain a little bit, is that a typo or is that?
it's a typo that I didn't catch until after it was in premiere, and I was like, nope, not happening now.
Okay. But no, that's actually a real Ethan there. That's not a typo.
Yes.
Right, so that's our big 70th news for the day. Anything else you want to say about that?
That's all that I caught. But I will say, check out laughingplace.com. We'll be getting all those articles up as quickly as we can. And yeah, excited for the 70th. And then I thought when I saw updates that it was going to say, we're delaying everything. That didn't happen. So
they don't even mention Walton here, do they?
They do somewhere near the bottom there, and then put July 17th in bold.
So the 70th again kicks off on May 16th. That's only 2 months away and goes all the way through summer 2026 when Disneyland will turn 71.
Let's just stick at Disneyland, and then we'll go back to the other coast, Doobie, if that's
Sure.
okay with you.
Yeah, do it.
So Disneyland After Dark, we would have talked about this yesterday, but unfortunately we weren't around. But Michael Celestino and Jeremiah were at Disneyland After Dark 90s night, which had some pretty cool stuff. So we have all sorts of videos and photos you can check out here. Some rare characters. That isn't that cool? All of the Saved by the Bell logos all over the Matterhorn
cool.
there. But we got the Esmeralda, Glow Monkeys, a lot of Disney Afternoon characters. So Darkwing Duck,
Did you
Launchpad
say
McQuack.
the Blow Monkeys?
I said Glow.
Oh, I'm like, all of a sudden I got Dig in Your Scene going through my head.
Phantasmic Monkeys. Huey, Dewey, Louie. There are also some Disney Afternoon themed photo ops. So you had like gummy bears and yeah.
You can just keep
Darkwing.
talking. I'm just going to scroll through. I'm not going to.
No, you're good.
Sync with you.
Monterey Jack was another character, a meet and greet character that I thought was pretty cool to see in the parks there. There was a parade that was sponsored by Disney Plus because you can watch a lot of these things on Disney Plus. So yeah, gargoyles there. And then there was something called the Rad Review that we have a video of. So check out Laughing Place. We have all those videos and photos. And doesn't this just look rad?
You know what's rad about this? Not a single person in this review was born in 1990.
That's a great point. And then they also had some exclusive merchandise. A lot of it had the logo for 90s Night on it. And then additionally, there were just some pins that were kind of that fit the theme, but weren't exclusive. But yeah, some interesting merchandise there. They had quite a bit of it for a one night event. They had t-shirts and sweatshirts and pins, and everyone got a fanny pack for free. That was their gift.
Did you get a sense of the general reception to this?
I did not. So that's the thing about these events is because they go late on the West Coast and I live in Central Time, I'm asleep by the time they're over, so I get no sense of anything. I just trust that our team is still taking care of it.
On my socials, tons 90s night was everywhere with people who are, using it to help them socially, which, is fine. That's a big part of it is the influencers. But of the people who just like went to enjoy it, it was not as positive. So I was just curious. But I mean, that's a very small sample size that I saw. So I was just curious if there was any sense of did people think it went well or not. But that's fine. We don't know. We don't know. Are we going to stick with Disneyland for now?
Let's stick with Disneyland.
Right.
So this is a foodie guide, but because it's not Foodie Friday, I just want to talk about the novelties coming to Season of the Force at Disneyland. Some notable things. We have a Death Star popcorn bucket that is shaped like the Death Star.
Trying to find
that's also a coaxium sipper right next to it there. And then I also like the Skywalker and Vader lightsaber swizzle sticks. I think those actually look pretty cool. We'll see them in just a second here.
Will
They're
we?
the glow things.
Are we here?
No.
No, obviously not
No,
there.
keep going. This is all
right.
food. This is not Foodie Friday.
Sorry, I'm failing.
There's a lot. There's
There
a
we
ton.
go. There we go.
No, not quite.
That's not them in the
No.
lower left? Oh my goodness. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They're
Those are
cool. And then there's also a tauntaun bucket, which is kind of gross because we've seen the inside of a tauntaun.
Oh man. That is not going to do much for the smell of your popcorn.
No. And then there's a Jawa sipper. That is not. Yes. There we go. There's the Jawa sipper. So yeah, all of this will be available during Season of the Force, along with several other items and several food specialties. March 28th is when that starts. It goes through May 11th, and there's also Star Wars Night as part of that, so you can find out what's coming to the Star Wars Night in terms of special foods, also in the same article.
Lots of fun stuff at the Disneyland Resort. Meanwhile, at EPCOT on the other coast, they've got some fun stuff too, as the Flower and Garden Festival has officially kicked off. We're not just looking at preview topiaries anymore. We now have the actual, sorry, you can tell I'm accidentally closed my screen share, so I'm working on it. Okay.
We get thrown off when there's actual news to talk about. At the top
Yeah,
of
and
the
then
show.
I had
Like,
work come up right before, and this just bad. And my son is texting me. Let me see what he has to say real quick. Okay, we're good. Okay,
we're live, Gideon.
he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
He should, but he doesn't. He's got his own, life to deal with. All right, the Flower and Garden Festival, as I said, has kicked off at Walt Disney World. So we've got tons of articles, including what guests can find inside CommuniCore Hall, which, CommuniCore Hall really exists for one reason, so they better make it look good that time of year. And it doesn't look too bad, actually. A lot of Spike the Bee, it looks like. And, as far as CommuniCore Hall goes, this isn't so bad. We've also got a video walkthrough that you can go check out. So.
We also did a walk and talk yesterday, and I was asking Luke how it felt. He said, yeah, it's a little step back from the Broadway show, but definitely better than the first couple of festivals that it had. So
CommuniCore
it's
Hall
not
is
terrible.
Coming into its own here, because they used to do this kind of stuff in the old
Wonders of Life.
Thank you, Wonders of Life Pavilion, but of course they had to stop that because they're turning that into the Play Pavilion. So now they have to do that stuff here, and then they canceled the Play Pavilion.
Oh, it's not canceled; it's paused.
You're right.
It's canceled.
They have paused the Play Pavilion, and I don't know what they're doing with that space anymore. There's also obviously a ton of merchandise for the Flower and Garden Festival, including Kyle's favorite character, Mr. Orangebird.
I knew you'd say something about this, and I will tell you, if the Spirit jersey were not $80, if it were like $50, I'd buy it regardless of the Orangebird being on it.
Well, how about that? Would you put the hat to accompany it?
Sure. Why not? If they're throwing it in for free.
And this is the 30th anniversary. So I'm not even clear on this. I don't know if you know. Is it the 30th Flower and Garden or 30 years since the first one? Or are those?
I was going to ask the same thing, and I don't actually know because there is a difference and people don't think that there's a difference. Just like it's not, SNL is not actually 50 years old quite yet. It's in its 50th season.
So it started in 1994, apparently.
So this would be the
So I'm wondering, it says 30 years, but 30 years would have been 2024. So maybe Wikipedia is wrong as far as when it started.
Maybe because they didn't have it in 2020.
But it doesn't say the 30th. It says 30 years. So
they're just celebrating. They gotta have some.
Okay. Fred says that looks tasty. I thought he said that looks nasty. So this is actually, I kind of like this merchandise. I'm not the biggest Orange Bird fan, but he's kind of cute. And yeah, I like this merch quite a bit. And then also for this year's Flower and Garden, I think the clear highlight of the year are new trash cans that are really, really, really adorable. And as any festival goer knows, these also double as your dining table. So it's nice for them to upgrade.
Well, these ones probably don't, though, because these are over by the creation shops. They're kind of standing there outside the merch line. And you're like, well, that's a weird place to put them. But then you realize that they turned these into salt and pepper shakers. So they created trash cans just so they could merchandise the trash cans.
Smart move. And I guarantee you, despite their location, some smart influencers will be eating their food on these trash cans.
I was saying, that was my only disappointment. I wish they would have acknowledged the fact that they're going to be used as tables on the design.
These are really nice. I hope this is, the nice part of something like this is a sign of things to come. We're going to get some really cool trash cans themed to festivals and who knows what else, because these are really, really very excited about those. I hope that's causing a splash in the interworld out there.
By the way, if you did like that merchandise, a lot of it is available on Disney Store. And if you shop there, please use the links on Laughing Place. We'll get a small commission and it helps support us. So thank you in advance.
We need the support. Also, this is Inside Out 2, first year for Flower and Garden Festival. So they have a new display over there. It's a new garden for Inside Out 2, created in World Celebration, highlights the connection between plants and emotions. Oh, okay. Like plants can give you emotions. I thought like plants had emotions. I was very confused. Each display is in colorful orb-like planters and older emotions in the center, newer ones off to the side. And I got to tell you, I'm really liking this ability to just scroll through pictures by hitting the arrow. That helps the show much.
Coming soon to Laughing Place.
It comes to everybody on Sunday. Can't wait. These are really pretty. I'm going to be in Disney World soon. I'm excited to go to Flower and Garden Festival now. My least favorite festival, but maybe not this year. And finally, and something that brings back the nostalgia for me, there is a new playground there this year. It is the Yacht and Beach Club playground. And oh, the memories of my son going to these festivals and playing in the playgrounds. Play Along Beach is sponsored by Smucker's Uncrustables, which you were here. That's so cute. Playground is near 2 food booths, so grab your food. Parents, sit down and watch your kids at the Yacht Grub and Beach Grub. The food places of the Yacht Grub and Beach Club Grub. Grab your food there and then watch your kids play at the playground as these kids are. And then enjoy the time, parents, because it's gonna pass and you're gonna miss it and you're gonna cry just at the side of a playground. Dang it, why did they grow up?
Or your son texts you and doesn't even watch your show.
Exactly. Dang, I guess we front-loaded Kyle. Next, you want to handle ESPN Around the Horn?
Why don't you do Around the Horn? I figure you probably actually watched it once or twice, but I'll take the next one.
I used to watch this show religiously, actually, and to think that it's been around since 2002 is crazy. This is a show on ESPN where they get various sports reporters, both print and media, and they put 4 in a box, and they discuss stuff, and they give random points that mean absolutely nothing, and it's just a fun little show that's been around probably far too long. But 4,900 episodes, 23-year run, coming to an end on Friday, May 23rd, 5 p.m., the final episode. So many people that have gone on to much bigger careers at ESPN, like this Pablo, second from the right there, got their start on Around the Horn. So anyway, final show, May 23rd, and it will be replaced by a 30-minute version of SportsCenter.
There's really not enough SportsCenter on ESPN.
You can, if you don't have enough, you can always watch SportsCenter Plus on Disney Plus.
ESPN is to SportsCenter as MTV is to ridiculousness.
Is your streak of watching all the SportsCenter Plus is still intact?
No, it was going to be. I watched yesterday's. I haven't watched today's yet. So I guess you could say it's not over because I haven't lapsed a day. I just didn't get to watch it before the show for reasons.
Okay. For reasons.
So the other day, I mentioned we were going to be live blogging the Dana Walden Q&A at the Morgan Stanley, whatever it is. Not a terribly interesting Q&A, but she did let slip that Mufasa, the Lion King, will be headed to Disney Plus at the end of the month. I think she said late March. She did not give a date, and this is, you could kind of infer this, but interesting to know that it's coming. This movie was released on the 20th of December. It made $707 million worldwide.
Do you know, was it
even though it got a slow start? What?
Was it considered a disappointment?
At the time, I don't know how. I think in retrospect, it's respectable. I mean, $700 million is nothing to sneeze at, in my opinion.
Right.
But so we could check that out later this month on Disney Plus.
I'm curious, so I'm going to send a quick message to my expert and see if he's available to answer.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, we got some casting news about the next season of Only Murders in the Building. I was hoping Doobie would notice my headline here on the sheet, which is not the actual headline. But Keegan-Michael Key is joining season 5.
Who's Christmas Guy?
You don't remember? You were obsessed with Christmas Guy. It was a thing
yes. Thank you. Sorry, I'm old.
It was a bit on the Christmas Parade a few years ago, played by Keegan-Michael Key. He played Christmas Guy. Anyway, we have no premiere date for Only Murders season 5, but it usually returns in late summer, so we'll see if it stays true to that pattern.
Quick question for you: your favorite Key and Peele skit?
It's hard. I mean, we're base level, but of course the Mr. McGarvey or whatever his name is, the Aaron, that was good.
Aaron is so great.
I liked that Paramount Plus ad they did a year or two ago. But then Becca also really likes the East West Bowl names.
Oh, see, I just typed that into Google just so I can get some quick ones to choose from. And the first thing, 2 words: Hingle McCringleberry.
I also like the one where the 2 valets are talking about movies and they talk about Robert Downey Jr. and Sweet Valley Kilmer and where they meet and kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
I have a special place in my heart because it really feels like me for the one where he's on the airplane and premium or whatever, and he's feeling all special, and he's not that special.
Also, the one where he's Obama and dapping up the black people and shaking hands with the white people.
And I hope this isn't, I can say it. The one where this is Keegan, so I don't even know their name. What's the other guy's name? Peele, Jordan Peele. He's actually the one that's become one of my favorite directors. They keep talking about the gay guy, and they keep putting the camera on him. Their skits, I did not get introduced to them until TikTok, and people put their skits on TikTok, and oh my goodness, that is the funniest sketch comedy by far I've ever seen. Love their stuff. Anyway.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Well, a new entry into the MCU has arrived, and believe it or not, I have not watched it yet, but you know who did.
Have we dispensed with the speaking of abysmal? That's not permitted anymore?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Speaking of abysmal.
If we've killed it, I don't want to say it. So
that's fine.
Okay.
No. As I was saying, you know who did watch this show? Benji, because he wrote this review. This is Daredevil Born Again. His headline: Marvel's Daredevil Born Again should please new and old fans alike. His subhead: despite appearances by characters in lighter fare, the show is definitely TVMA. And his final paragraph: Daredevil Born Again somehow balances being in the MCU with also also being its own thing that isn't trying to move the overall storytelling of the MCU forward. It also pays plots forward from the original series without making it required viewing. While I enjoyed the original series, I really loved Daredevil Born Again. The show took everything that worked before, but now executed at the highest level. So you can check out Daredevil Born Again. I believe there's a 2-episode premiere now on Disney Plus, and there'll be more next week.
Looking at this image here, can you guess why I am going to assert my founder privilege and put Benji on probation?
Is it because I've told him half a dozen times that I need a bio and a photo from him, and he hasn't done it?
Why don't we just do it for him? Pick the goofiest photo we can find, write a decent bio. And
okay, so that's Rebecca, I'm enlisting you. I'm sure you have way goofier photos of Benji than I do. I need him roasting coffee. I need him wearing a not so scary party outfit, something of that sort. And that's going to be his new bio.
The two that come to mind, which to choose? There's one where he's doing Thriller on the cruise ship, and there's one where he's got a Superman cape on going like this. And me just realizing, do I have a way to set those up? I don't. I don't think I have that editable actually in the new program right now. That'll have to go through me, but not a big deal. We don't hire people that often.
And the rest.
All right, man. In probably the biggest news of the day, Sleepy Hollow has a new sponsor. How cool is that? Sleepy Hollow is a restaurant in the Liberty Square section of the Magic Kingdom, and they have a new sign hosted by Coca-Cola. Why? Because they have a new sponsor. There you go. We turn one sign into 4 pictures. Way to go, whoever did this. Oh, no, that's a separate sign. They put it on both their signs, and even have a before picture. Which, thank you, Eric. Nice going. Quickly becoming one of my favorite contributors. So I went from this to this. Sleepy Hollow is where you can get those cool funnel cakes, Nutella funnel cakes sometimes. Really yummy stuff over there.
And then back at D23, they confirmed that a stage version of The Greatest Showman was in the works. Now we have some more details. They're planning to launch it in the spring of 2026 at the Bristol Hippodrome. That's 90 minutes from London. So this will be like previews. You know, they usually do out-of-town previews. I don't know if it's intended for the West End after that, but we'll see how it goes. The musical will feature Academy Award-nominated score and songs from the film by EGOT winners Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, but also brand new songs written for the stage and a book by Tim Federer. Didn't I mess this up last time? Federal or whatever, from High School Musical, the musical, the series, and some other things.
And another quick on the rest before we go. I'll take Fred Ramirez at his word, breaking the news for us, or this is probably announced before, but Disney Speedstorm has added the characters from Tron today.
Wow.
All right, I can show nothing but this picture because it is full of spoilers, but we do have the latest recap of the final episode of Paradise from our Paradise recapper, Bill Gausel. And he also gives his review of the show and therefore the season as a whole, which he loved, but was slightly disappointed with the finale, which I will say I feel the exact same way on both accounts. Thank you to Jeannie++ and Nicole Bennett and Madame Leota for watching this show at my insistence, because it is easily the best show on TV. Episode 7, the best episode of TV ever, perhaps, in my humble opinion. So have you seen the final episode yet, Kyle?
I have.
Just no spoiler, obviously, just a general impression.
It was fine. Did you have you seen that clip of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the cold open where he has them sing "I Want It That Way"?
I have, because I saw the whole series. I don't remember.
Okay. Well, there's a part, and that's what it reminded me of, where it was me watching the show going, oh my God, I forgot about that part. Like, I forgot about the entire plot of the show because of episode 7. And I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, it sets up season 2. And the good news on that front is that you can play this out loud. I don't think there's any.
I Want It That Way.
Backstreet Boys, I'm familiar. Okay. Number 1, could you please sing the opening to I Want It That Way?
Really? Okay. You are my fire.
Number 2, keep it going.
The one desire.
Number 3,
Believe when I say.
Number 4,
I want it that way.
tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Now number 5,
I never want to hear you say,
I want it that way.
oh, chills, literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 killed my brother.
Oh my God, I forgot about that part.
So yeah. Anyway, season 2, they said they're going into production in like 4 weeks, and that they're intending to release it a year from now. He says he's tired of having huge gaps in TV shows and wants to bring it back in a reasonable amount of time. So
A year? What's the option? Do some? Oh yeah, some shows go even further, longer, don't they?
Severance was like 3 years.
Dude, show's so good, and there's only 3 seasons. 3 seasons. So they said we're done 3 seasons. He knows where this show is going. It's clear from the finale when you rewatch the rest or think back to the rest. He knew exactly where this season was going for sure. Even though it kind of feels like it's out of nowhere, it's definitely not. Anyway.
Yeah. So Disney World. This was a few days ago on Fat Tuesday, aka Mardi Gras. Luke was over at the Port Orleans checking out the special parade they have there of these golf carts that cast members decorate to be parade floats. And we teased it the other day while he was there, and now you can check out his full coverage of that. So be sure to go over to Laughing Place and
I'm getting there.
watch the video.
This is so cool. I've never seen this. Is this relatively new? Do you know? I don't remember this from my days.
No, I think they've done it for a long time, but I don't know.
How could I have never seen this? Those are the Disney World ambassadors up front, if you don't recognize them, having a good old time. Hey, there's Denise Prescott right there filming Jeff Lang's significant other. Sorry, just checking this out. What a wonderful place. Got the river and the boats going by. Love this so much. Oh, can't wait to be back in Florida.
The fun stuff.
Well, we got an announcement about a brand new Lego set coming. This is a Beauty and the Beast castle set, 2,916 pieces. It'll feature 4 detailed levels with multiple rooms, including the ballroom with a spinning floor. Who could ask for more? And several minifigures. When fully assembled, the set is 20.5 inches tall with a width of 12.5 inches and 6 inches in depth. This will be available to insiders on April 1st, followed by a wide release on the 4th. And it's $279.99. And Facebook just gave me some sort of warning. Maybe our Brooklyn Nine-Nine clip. I didn't like that.
You're probably right. I just saw that too.
Sorry. It was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
But so
Wow.
It's National Monorail Day, and Disney has released a 4-hour monorail ambiance video, which I'm going to call BS on because there's no way they got that monorail to operate for 4 hours without breaking down.
Or monorail sitting around. How they I guess this is pre-opening. Does it repeat? Does it loop?
I believe it or not, Doobie, I didn't watch all 4 hours of it.
The park's open there. Oh, I guess they could have just put a monorail on the loop that normally wouldn't be. I'm just trying to think of the logistics of this. I don't know why.
Don't get too distracted by it. But yeah, so you can check that out. Happy International Monorail, or maybe it was National. Happy Monorail Day in general. And
4
yeah, you
hours.
can check that out.
How does it close?
I don't know. Probably breaks down.
Do they just walk off at the end? Because no one's using this
Because it
car.
does stop at some stations. I saw one where it was stopped and the door was open and you could see a sign.
The park is dead, but it's not closed. It's like, all right, so this is probably the final stop. There's no guests waiting. They didn't pass any guests waiting to get on here. But it's interesting. It's all the Epcot loop, right? It's not like they took advantage of the Magic Kingdom loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know what to tell you.
Too much time.
Anyway. All right, Doobie, are you ready?
So ready.
First up is one I'm not going to make you quiz on, but on this day in 1888, the city of Marceline, Missouri, was incorporated. Would go on to be Walt's adopted hometown. He did live there for a while, but not that long. So yeah, happy birthday to Marceline.
Did he adopt them as his hometown, or did they adopt him as their hometown guy?
Yes. No, he chose it. He was very supportive of it. On this day in 1948, someone was born. Here's a poem, and then when it does not help you, it will give you hints. There once was a man with great flair, whose songs filled the air everywhere. He crafted some tunes from princes and moons, or for both princes and moons. A magic was found everywhere. It rhymed everywhere with everywhere. Come on, Chatty.
I'm just going to go with Robert Sherman.
No, some of his Disney credits include working on songs for Pocahontas, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Mulan, and Enchanted, but he's more known for his work on Broadway in shows like Godspell and Wicked.
I mean, just because I know who did Pocahontas, I will say Stephen. No, that was Hunchback. Stephen Schwartz.
He did both.
I'm
Yes,
right.
it's Stephen
I'm
Schwartz. You're right.
Stephen Schwartz.
Yeah, I was like, don't overthink this, Doofy. You are right. On this day in 1968, someone was born. There once was a voice soft and clear. In Disney's world, it drew us near. With a role full of heart, she played her great part and made the wild adventure sincere.
68.
She is the voice of Nala in The Lion King, and she was on one season of The West Wing.
Not going to get it.
That is Moira Kelly.
Yeah.
Which,
Wait, that's the voice of Nala?
Yeah.
Hmm.
In the originals. Which is funny, because on this day in Disney history, it only noted that she was in Lion King 2, but apparently she's in the first one. So I don't know. It feels weird to credit her to the second one.
Before you go on, since we're on Lion King, my box office expert says, compared to the Lion King live action, it was a disappointment, but it still finished as the 7th biggest movie of the year worldwide, with a chance to move up to 6. So with no outside context, it was definitely profitable, and I'd say a box office win.
Okay, well, that answers who that insider is for me.
Did you have doubt?
No, I was, because that doesn't sound like Ben.
It was not Ben.
Ben was my initial thought, but yes, now I got it. Okay, anyway, on this day in 1981, a movie was released. A man with a plan quite askew made a deal that he would soon rue. To tempt souls for a price, he rolled the dice twice, but found redemption in something he knew.
Wow, that feels like a great limerick for this movie that I have no idea what it is.
Elliot Gould and someone we don't talk about anymore. The Devil and Max Devlin. Real movie, apparently.
I may have seen this movie. I certainly have heard of this movie. But yeah, someone we don't talk about anymore. That's funny.
Bruno, that's who it is. And then on this day in 1987, another movie was released. Two salesmen with a scheme full of flair, chasing deals with a competitive air. But their hearts, hard as steel, would begin to reveal that friendship's the prize they could share.
Trading Places.
No. It's got Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito.
So it's not Jaws. It's not Twins. I don't know.
It is Tin Man.
I am not familiar with this movie.
Touchstone. Well, we got one more, and I think you can get this one from the limerick. But let's see if you can get it without the limerick. This day in 2020, a movie was released in theaters.
Onward?
You are correct. It's Onward. Do you want to hear the poem anyway?
Yes.
Okay, let me put this up on the screen, and then I will read you the poem. Two brothers set out on a quest to find what they had lost and do their best. With magic to wield and secrets revealed, they learned what it means to be blessed.
What a disappointing box office for...
It didn't say hashtag blessed, at least.
Yeah, Onward released. I remember I saw it in theaters, and then theaters shut down, and the world changed.
That's it. Let's go back to the... Yeah.
I was just going to say, can you recap the 70th real quick?
I haven't read any more, but I can recap what I looked at beforehand. Yeah, 70th anniversary, got new details on World of Color. Boys to Men will be down on bended knee singing their rendition of the Rainbow Connection as part of this, and Fitz of Fitz and the Tantrum has written an original song for this World of Color movie called Makes Me Wanna Move. That's how excited it goes. Some updates to rides. Miguel and Dante will be coming to It's a Small World when that ride reopens on April 25th. And then Toy Story Midway Mania will be getting some 70th anniversary touches, presumably when the 70th starts in May. New Cavalcade with Duffy and Shelley May returning to the domestic parks. Very exciting. And there's going to be a new ticket offer that'll go on sale March 11th. Multi-day tickets. A 3-day for $360, so $120 per day, and 4-day, $400, so $100 per day. Make sure you book with mousefantravel.com/laughingplace if you're going to do that. We'll also get returns for Paint the Night and Wondrous Journeys and the Better Together Parade, among other things. So yeah, tons of news coming out of Disneyland this morning.
Well done, Com. Curious. Have the recaps? Yep, they've started to appear on Laughing Place. So check out all the information. If there's any tidbits hidden in there, we'll certainly find them and get them up on our site. Thank you for joining us. Happy Thursday to everyone. That means tomorrow's Friday. So I will be back for then. Friday. I'm sorry. Friday and Saturday. We will see you tomorrow.